Hi, this is Adam Kunzmiller with BGG TV at Gen Con 2015, and I'm joined by Brad Brooks from Breaking Games, and we're here to talk about Letter Tycoon.
We are.
So what is Letter Tycoon?
So Letter Tycoon, you are making words to earn money, to buy patents on letters, to own the alphabet.
Okay.
So basically, you're going to have a hand of 7 cards, and there's going to be 3 cards in a community pool.
Okay.
So let me give you some cards here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And now you can try and make the longest word you can, using at least 1 letter out of your hand, and any or none of the ones from the community pool.
Okay. So I will go with Rush.
Great. So Rush, 4-letter word. You can see on your scoring guide that a 4-letter word pays you $2. So you would get $2.
Great.
Now, after you make a word, you could buy a patent in one of the letters that you had used in your word. And the prices on the bottom show you how much each patent is.
Right.
Now you notice you made $2. The cheapest patent you've got is $3. Let's pretend this was a later turn and you'd already made money. So now you could buy the U patent.
Okay.
So you would pay $3. You would get the U. Once I get it out of there. From now on, when somebody makes a word with a U in it, you get $1 from the bank.
Nice.
Because you have a patent on
From
the
the
U.
bank, though, not the player.
From the bank, yep.
Okay.
So that's how the basic patents work. Now there's some of the letters that are a little harder to use to make words. B's, J's, K's, Q's, X's, Z's, and V's. They also occur less often in the deck. So for those patents, when you buy them, they have special powers on them. So for instance, the Q gives you the power, if you own that patent, that you can discard a card and replenish it at the beginning of your turn. The Z lets you add an S to the end of your word, as long as that would make a valid word. The V lets you build 2 words on your turn and score for both of them. The X lets you use a letter card twice.
Cool.
So, and then the B, J, and Ks all have to do with doubling your score based on how you use vowels.
Certain conditions with the vowels, okay.
Yeah. So B, for instance, if you made a word that started and ended with vowel, then you would get double. J lets you do it if vowels are at least half the letters in your word, and K is if there's only 1 vowel in your word.
Okay.
So if you can figure out a way to make J and K fire simultaneously, then you're really smart.
Yeah, cool.
So the one other scoring thing is the Q has a ×2 on it. If you make a word with a Q, you automatically score double.
All right.
So you would make your word, you would buy your patents, then you could discard whatever cards you didn't want from your hand anymore,
Okay.
draw back up to 7, and replace the community card that you had used, and then it would be my turn. And I would do the same thing, make a word, score for it. If you make a word that is 6 letters or more, you also get stock.
On stock, okay.
And stock is end of game points. So the game's going to continue. If we were playing a 2-player game, it's going to continue until somebody has $45 worth of patents in front of them. And then that will trigger the last turn. And we would have determined first player, if this was a real game, at the beginning by drawing and seeing who gets closer to Z. And let's say you were the person to do that. You would be the first player. We would play until everybody had an equal number of turns. And the winner is the person who has the most value in patents, money, and stock.
And so all of those are
Equal.
There's all equal, just add it all together.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. And how long does this typically take?
So it's between 30 and 45 minutes, depending on how long people take to make words. It actually, as you scale up the players, the trigger goes down. So once you get to a 5-player game, you only need $21 worth of patents to trigger the end. And it plays kind of differently between those ranges. As you get to 5, there's a lot more patents spread around the table, so money is exchanging hands a lot more. On a 2-player game, it's very strategic as you're going back and forth. So,
and I noticed on these cards there's these ones of 12. I'm guessing that's how many E's there are in the deck?
Exactly.
Or something along those lines?
Exactly.
So the certain letters are more common and cool.
Yep.
Which I'm sure also steers which letters you might want to have.
Exactly.
Great.
Yeah, I mean, the most common letter is the E. That's going to cost you $10 to get that patent.
Sure, because you're going to be raking it in the rest of the game.
Exactly. Yeah, if you can score that one early, you're going to be doing well.
Cool. So it's a nice little mix of wordplay with market manipulation of a sorts, that kind of thing. Very exciting.
Yep.
And how many players does this support?
2 to 5.
Cool. And is this out now, coming soon?
It is available here at Gen Con for the people here, and then it's also available at the breakinggames.com website.
Great. Well, thank you very much, Brad, for talking to us about Letter Tycoon.
Absolutely.